Namaste. After reading on the introduction last Sunday, now we move on to the actual Ishopanishad. Mantra 1. If you could please read on the screen and repeat after me. Ishawasyamidam Sarvam.
Ishawasyamidam Sarvam.
Yatkincha jagatyam jagat.
Yatkincha jagatyam jagat.
Tena tyaktena bhunjitha.
Tena tyaktena bhunjitha.
Ma gridhaha kasya svethanam.
Ma gridhaha kasya svethanam.
This means, O human, all movable or immovable objects or particles in this whole universe are pervaded by God, the Supreme Being and the Almighty Lord. All is known to Him. He is everywhere, like butter in milk, like sugar in Gatorade, and in everything. He sees everything just because He is everywhere. O mankind, by renunciation effected in the light of the consciousness of the indwelling presence of God, enjoy this world. Do not have greed or jealousy. We should be content with what we have been given by God. Here on the slide, I have tried my best to give a word-by-word meaning of the Ishawasyamidam. My grandmother says, "Na vek paraya chupadiyan te na lalchavi ji, rukhi sukhi khake te thanda pani pi," which means stay content and do not be jealous of what others have. Knowing that God is everywhere, one's fear of God leads him or her to use everything with a feeling of neutrality, without any attachment, and he does not desire the wealth of any other person. तू ढूंढता है जिसको बस्ती में आके बन में, वह एक ईश्वर रहता है तेरे मन में. मस्जिद में, मंदिरों में, पर्वत के कंकड़ों में, नदियों के पानियों में, गहरे समुंदरों में लहरा रहा है वो ही खुद अपने बांकपन में. वह एक ईश्वर रहता है तेरे मन में. हर जर्रे में रमा है, हर फूल में बसा है, हर चीज में उसी का जलवा झलक रहा है. हरकत वो कर रहा है हर एक के तन बदन में, वह एक ईश्वर रहता है तेरे मन में. For example, when we go to a hotel, we stay in it for some time and then go away. We do not feel attachment towards the hotel. Same way is a flight. We take it, we use it, and then we leave it. We forget about it once we get out. If we feel attachment towards these will keep bothering us even when we get home, and we will not be able to pay attention to anything else. Same way is this world. We are here as part of a long journey, and this is only the means. If we get attached to the means, we will not reach the destination. Therefore, acts like using everything without attachment will eventually lead to one's progress and achieving God, and will keep us focused to our ultimate destination. What has happened is that God gave us this wealth, this whole universe, for a short span of time towards supreme bliss. We tend to get so engrossed in this wealth that we forget who gave it. We need to bring the spirit of idam na mama to us. Spirituality is one of the main tools to inculcate the feeling in us that is the foundation to a building of lasting eternal happiness. Whenever we feel attachment to something, we should always think about and debate over this question: whose wealth is this? When we have thought enough, the answer we will come to is, this is no one's wealth except for God's. He has given it to everyone to facilitate their journey to liberation. Mantra 2. If you would repeat after me again after looking on the screen. Kurvanneveha Karmani.
Kurvanneveha Karmani.
Jijivishekshatam samaha.
Jijivishekshatam samaha.
Evam tvainanyatetosti.
Evam tvainanyatetosti.
Na karma lipyate nare.
Na karma lipyate nare.
The man and woman should desire to live in this world, always doing virtuous deeds without without any attachment for 100 years or more. In this way, the deeds will not cling to the person. Apart from this, there is no right path. One should never be lazy in terms of work or karma. Karma is evaluated at 3 levels. Kayik karma, which is by body, vachik karma, karma by word of mouth, and manasik karma, by mind, as shown on the slide. Because God has given the order to do work, to follow His order would be the true worship. One who works selflessly is praised and lives long. One who is lazy and lives only for self is a burden on the society and is not appreciated. So happiness in life is retained only by doing good work. On this slide, therefore, the river of these good deeds should keep flowing on forever until it reaches its supreme destination, the Supreme Soul. There are 3 types of karma: karma, vikarma, and akarma. Karma is what we should do in life that would facilitate our journey to moksha. Vikarma has 2 parts, vi and karma. Vi stands for viruddha, so it is something that is against karma, or the opposite of karma, which means that vikarma is something that we should not do. Akarma is simply not doing karma, but it is not stopping karma completely, because even if you stop doing karma with your body, your mind will still keep on thinking. So it is karma for the mind, but akarma for the body. For example, if we are driving a car and we see someone on the road injured, we have 3 options. To call an ambulance, this would be karma. To go to him and steal all his valuables and things because he is injured and unable to fight back, this would be vikarma. And to drive past. To drive past, it looks like akarma because you are not ignoring him, but since you're consciously making a decision to not call an ambulance, it is vikarma. We classify the good karma into...
It is akarma.
Akarma. Here on the slide, I have an example of lazy people and working people. This flowing river is clean and represents humans who work and are not lazy, who stay clean. This lake that has stopped flowing is dirty and polluted, and it represents humans who are lazy and do not work, and slowly their character gets polluted just like this lake. We classify the good karma into 2 ways, sakam karma and nishkam karma, as is shown on the slide. Sakam karma is any deed done with an expectation of fruit. For example, if I do some community service work at temple and I expect someone to see me, appreciate me, or recognize me, or if I pray to God to bless me because I did some good work. Sakam karma, even if good, could give us rebirth as a good human, but it cannot give us moksha. On the other hand, nishkam karma is an action done by selflessness, as a duty in the path of God, so it leads towards God and moksha. An example of nishkam karma would be that someone coming to temple in the weekdays, when no one is there, doing some work without anyone noticing it, and without that person expecting anything from God or another person. This is an example of nishkam karma. In this mantra, it says to do nishkam karma, not sakam karma. The fruits of our good actions will be given to us eventually by God, so worrying about them is useless. There is a disadvantage of sakam karma. For example, if you donate money to an orphanage and you expect praise in return, when someone praises you, your mind starts blowing up like a balloon. When next time someone does not praise you, that balloon pops with explosive force and anger pours out and hate is formed. So while living a healthy, right, 100-year life, doing the nishkam karma, that is what we should do according to the mantra. In essence, the first 2 mantras explain to us that if we continue to do selfless nishkam deeds in the path of Almighty God, who is all-pervading and omniscient, we will stay away from worldly attachments like aversions, anger, fear, desire, greed, ego, jealousy, and we will be right on the path of God, the path of ultimate bliss, the path of moksha, and that is our ultimate destination. Please give me some feedback or tips so I can do better next time. Thank you.